two very different last questions. The first one is not a very good question to ask a monk. But my work in Aberdeen is not just with students. We have lots of families. And there's my family, but there's lots of other families. And if it would be helpful to know, maybe out of the whole month, if I only had time, or I could only convince people to take part in, say, 2 rituals a month, which 2 are the most important?
It's best for them to practice calm, abiding meditation. They might start with calm, abiding first. It's also very necessary. There may possibly be some people, for example, with a Buddhist background, reciting some mantras. Take a moment to visualize Avalokiteshvara or Shakyamuni Buddha appearing clearly and vividly right in front. Then begin to recite their mantra. Sometimes open eyes. Sometimes just sit in meditation like this. Through this approach, maybe soon, or if they practice, their mind will become calm, which is very important.
Now, this one, I actually spent a long time practicing Zen, so that's I can actually teach basic Zen meditation very easily as well. So that it takes a little bit of work, but getting them just to sit properly and focus is not too difficult. The other question is, Aberdeen is a strange place. I hope he will come and find out about it for himself. But we're very far north, and that means in the summer our days are very long, and it's possible to do sky meditation at 4 a.m. But right now the days are getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter, and I've realized, whether I like it or not, I have to do darkness meditation. I have no background in darkness meditation, so could he give me a couple of very simple pointing out instructions on how to meditate in darkness meditation?
I think because for some of our special great perfection Dzogchen practices, sky gazing, etc., these might require daytime hours. But for our usual practices, with tantric and exoteric practices, these don't necessarily have to be done during the day. So practicing at night is fine too. And as we all know, it's also very good to meditate in daily life. In this kind of situation, this is what I do myself. I feel that as practitioners, we should always be consistently reciting mantras and using mindfulness to meditate mindfully on a regular basis. Secondly, there is a kind of prayer, which is also a way of regularly praying to your personal deity or to your guru. Third, whenever you have some free time and the right conditions are present, you can always start meditating. As for the environment for meditation, I think day and night shouldn't be very different. It probably just depends on whether you have time. As long as you have time, and once your practice reaches a certain or a mature state, you can practice whether walking, standing, sitting, or lying down. So for someone whose practice is in general relatively mature, it can be said whether it's daytime or nighttime, actually it isn't particularly important. It doesn't matter if you're in the east or the west, or whether it's the daytime or perhaps the nighttime. Especially whether you're among people or alone, once you reach a certain level, you can be very at ease, regardless of the environment. This is also the most important aspect in practice. In Vajrayana, there are also some practices involving dark retreat. For example, in our Nyingma tradition, in Paleo lineage, there are direct pointing practices, but this is a special kind of meditation method. It's not particularly popular these days.
you can practice either among people or by yourself.
He's playing with Manjushri's sword again. Oh dear. I'm very careful to repair my vows every day. But I promise Kempo that whether I see him next in Aberdeen or in Narumgar, I will repair my Tibetan.
I'll also maintain my English.
Oh dear. Now, it would be wonderful to see Narumgar. I don't know if I'll be able to find a way of doing it, but it sounds like a real Pure Land.
Wonderful.
Aberdeen, we're still trying to make it into a Pure Land.
Yamando.
Shinto Yapo.
Yamando. C'era perché si quando canado. Bobaka. Perché this she or your
Nyongnyun-sam. Bechake-san. I used to. When I was working on my PhD, I had to read a lot of Tibetan and worked on, read some Mipam, read some Longchenpa with Kamapunso and Khenpo Tsewa and so on. But since then, the kinds of subjects I'm responsible for in Aberdeen don't give me the time to work on Sanskrit and Tibetan and Nevari, so I had to choose, and Tibetan lost. I think I had promised myself I would start working on Tibetan again this year, and of course now I have to learn Mandarin.